This is the Always Direct podcast, and we talk with movers and shakers of this world to learn about the ups and downs they went through to get where they are now. Let's get started with the show.
John Rayyan here. I'm the host of Always Direct podcast, where I talk to top leaders and I ask direct questions on the early days of their journey. I have Jeremy Weiss here, and he's done thousands of interviews with successful entrepreneurs, investors, and CEOs. And we have flipped the script today, and he's actually going to be interviewing me. Jeremy, how you doing?
John, thank you for having me. And I always like talking to you because I think the fundamentals of any business is direct response, direct mail. And so I always like learning from you. So I'm excited about this. And if anyone doesn't believe you mean business, they should watch the video version of this because you have a hardcore saber-toothed tiger. Wait, what is that behind you?
It's a saber-toothed tiger.
It's a saber-toothed tiger.
In the jungles of Africa.
With your bare hands.
Oh, I had a knife, but I don't know if I compare it to the teeth behind me.
So just go to the video. If you're only listening on iTunes or wherever you're listening, just check out the video because it's pretty hardcore.
I actually have on my channel as well, me wrestling the tiger.
Okay. So, I want to see that.
Yeah. Go to the channel.
We're going to talk about a case study with Rosabeas Pizza. Before we do, I just want to tell people the episode's brought to you by AlwaysDirectMail. If you've ever gotten a mail at your house and you stick it on the fridge or you stick it in the drawer, everyone has that drawer. Everyone has that drawer or box where you save the coupons. Well, guess what? Always Direct Mail fuels gyms, restaurants, grocery stores, landscapers, dentists. They're the easy button to help those businesses actually do direct marketing, direct mail to get an influx of new customers. So they've been doing it for 15 years. They built 9 pizzerias in the back of direct mail. Check out alwaysdirectmail.com. If you have questions, email them, call them. So Rosabeas Pizza.
Yes.
First of all, I've had Rosabeas Pizza. John, I love Rosabeas Pizza. I have to try your pizza, actually, at some point. How did Rosabeas find you?
Actually, he is not too far from the office. We mailed out flyers. We did direct mail to all the restaurants in the area. And he called us up, asked me a bunch of questions. And now normally most customers, we're not able to do this because we're not we're a nationwide company. So a lot of our customers are all over the nation, so we can't really visit them. But he happened to be within walking distance. So I went over there, had a beer with him, and we just talked. We talked to business, the pizza life. People in the restaurant.
Like? Yeah.
The restaurant business is a strange beast. It's hard. It's one of those things. The highs are high and the lows are low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're doing well and things are happening, it's unbelievable. You're having a great day. Customers are loving your pizza. The vibes are amazing. There's no better high. You have a bad day. The credit card machine stops working. You have a line out the door, but somebody doesn't show up. 2 people don't show up for work they were hungover, and they didn't come because they're hung. So those are the bad days.
The real stories behind the pizza life.
Oh yeah, I'm sick. No, you're not. I heard that you went to a party last night, and now you can't move because your head is throbbing.
Pizza's good hangover food, so they should just come in, have a pizza, and then just move on and start working.
On my life, I have had old employees do that to me where they have called in sick and then come to pick up food while they're supposed to be at home sick. This is no joke. The stupidity of that. I'm thinking of one person in specific. I'm like, are you crazy? And I didn't fire him because I needed him. He was really good, but it wasn't the brightest bulb, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
So yeah, he was looking for, a direct mail because, he knows the power of direct mail. Rosabeas, they do direct mail constantly. Most pizzerias do direct mail constantly because they see the power of it. But he wanted a better pricing. He wanted more custom service. And then we have something that most people don't offer. Okay. So what we have is we merge the direct mail with the digital. Now, we don't get fancy with the digital because we've found that it really doesn't translate into dollar signs. You can't deposit likes into the bank account. Okay. But
That's a great tagline. Yeah. You can't deposit likes in the bank account. It's just vanity metrics.
It's vanity. It is. It'll increase the number of times people see you. Plus, it may increase the percentage of people that actually click on your website. So what we do is, with our direct mail strategy specifically for restaurants, but this also goes for groomers, auto repair shops, lots of different types of gyms, from small gyms to Planet Fitness gyms, to Orange Theory. We like to do a comprehensive strategy where we target the certain distance around their businesses. Okay. So let's say for a pizzeria, you might go 3, 4, or 5 miles around your business. And then and we will mail out menus or postcards or brochures or flyers weekly, a set amount, let's say 2,000 pieces per week. And so each week we're going to mail out 2,000 pieces, plus in the same area that we're mailing out to, Jeremy, we are adding an aggressive billboard ads. We call them billboards, but really what they are is they are the banner ads that you see on the sides of your PC or of your computer or on your
This is on
console.
social media.
This is on all the
major. Or
is
it on Google?
It's
Google
on It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. It's on any website that you go to. So like if you go, I mean, it's not every website, but somehow Google has an algorithm that chooses, how often it gets shown up and how many impressions it is and how many people click on it. So it's not like you can target specific websites, but what they'll rotate you. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So basically the area that we're targeting for direct mail will be inundated with targeted banner ads before the menus actually hit the homes. So what happens is, you know the power of 7, where you might hear somebody talking about Rosabeas Pizza or Joe's Pizza, and then you go to a baptism or some kind of family function, and they ordered, at the after party they ordered some Rosabeas Pizza.
You see it all over the boxes, yeah. Totally, yeah.
It shows up on your PC or on your phone while you're playing, Xbox. And then you go and you drive by it and you say, oh my God, that's the Rosabeas. There it is. It's all subconscious, a lot of it. But then you get the menu in the mail. And it's like, you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it. It's almost like a calling. It's a subconscious
you
calling.
Need someone like going up to people's windows and whispering as they're sleeping, Rosabeas. Like, I don't know why I woke up thinking of Rosabeas.
You know what? That's another program we're going to start soon. We're going to have subconscious reprogramming. It's going to be a YouTube channel where you
meditation app, like, or something.
You want Rosabeas. You need Rosabeas pizza. You repeat it over and over again for 10 hours. I'm sure it has to make a difference. But
they wanted that. They wanted that custom service.
They didn't know about the banner ads. Okay, it's so inexpensive that it's almost silly not to do it. I mean, It's just an add-on. See, banner ads in itself doesn't work. Okay, doesn't work. Banner ads in conjunction with a direct mail campaign crushes it. Okay. It crushes it. And the reason is because of the power of repetition, and it's a small add-on. And so what we did was we structured an area where we outlined the areas that he wants to hit. Okay. What areas do you not like going to? Where are you? Where have you mailed? Where are we going to mail that we don't think is going to be a good ROI? Because at the end of the day, if we don't get the return on your investment, or if you don't see enough income, then you're just going to end up stopping the service and our relationship is going to be short term. So we need to have an aggressive pricing, great customer service, right? Like, because if we don't make you happy, then why would you continue? There's a lot of competition out there. We want to see results, right? So that way, if you spend $1, can you make $1? Can you make $2 or $3 back? And do you want advice on someone who's got a lot of entrepreneurial advice? So that way we can share horror stories, we can share amazing stories, and kind of go back and forth and talk about our battle scars and see how we can get better. Each year, we need to be better than the year before, because if we're not growing, we're shrinking.
People may not realize this, John. Like, anyone could go to a print shop and print something, but what they don't have is the strategy. What's on the direct mail piece for conversion? Also, you've been doing this for yourself. So there's a certain strategy piece that you guys overlay with this that is invaluable, right? Because you could send this, someone could send it out and they get zero conversion. They're sending to the wrong area. They have the wrong message. They have the wrong offer. And like you mentioned, the battle scars, it's just, I'm sure when you guys are talking over beer and pizza, there's more business advice than just the direct mail piece itself, I imagine, too.
Absolutely. When you're connected, when you're an entrepreneur, small business entrepreneur like I am myself, and you're dealing with other entrepreneurs, you understand where they're coming from. Okay, you're not just a number. You're a human. You're a person who's going through business cycles, and I can relate. I've been there. I've been pretty successful in the restaurant space. I've opened over 9 restaurants myself. Sold a bunch of them, kept a bunch of them. I don't run any of them right now. AlwaysDirectMail is a company that we started to help restaurants and help other businesses as well to grow their business through the power of direct mail. And so, there is no such thing as an easy road. But if you love it, you can't stop. I mean, you're also an entrepreneur, right? It's 25. You know what it's like to take it from where it started to where it is right now. Tell me about your journey.
A lot different. We flip the script. We can't flip the script and then flip the script. So this is all about you.
Okay, so one day I'm going to do an interview
Exactly,
with you.
Exactly. But I'm curious because, Rosabeas does a lot of direct mail, right? So I'm curious on when you see their direct mail, what they're sending and what they're going to send, did you have any improvements or additions to what they're currently sending to now, okay, we're going to put this new piece out in conjunction with the billboard ads online? What did they have maybe that was doing well that you'd recommend? Oh, this is a really good offer, or here's some changes I recommend you making to your current piece that we could start sending.
Sure. I would say that one of the biggest things that I noticed was that during the graduation time, they weren't emphasizing during the graduation season, they weren't emphasizing catering. Okay. So right away, they have delicious pastas, they have pizzas, they have Italian beef catered.
I'm hungry right now.
Right away, let's go have a cheesy beef, Italian cheesy beef for breakfast. And they weren't pushing the catering during that season. Okay. They weren't adjusting their marketing based on the seasonalities that are coming up. And so we adjusted that. And that was a huge hit, increased by 10%, about 10%, the catering revenues. Another thing is they had a lot of offers on the previous menu, tons of coupons, and we decided that sometimes having 8 coupons on a menu, it's 8 garbage coupons. Let's have 4 really aggressive, not aggressive necessarily like where you're lessening the product quality or the value in the mind, but more where, it's clear what you're offering. It's broad in the sense that it gets a response, but yet it doesn't affect your profitability as much as you're not giving away a meat product like rib tips, like chicken wings, like ribs. You're giving away a bread product because the margins on the bread, as everybody knows that, bagels, pizza, calzones, all the money's it's so cheap to make that there's so much margin that you need to focus on giving the coupons in that area. Another thing is, this is the biggest part. I'm a master in the menu engineering department. I shouldn't say master, but I am probably
PhD.
I got the PhD. I'm working on getting
double black belt.
Yeah. So one of the easiest things that anybody can do, and if you go with Always Direct Mail or you don't go with Always Direct Mail, this is just something you should do regardless. 2 things. Number 1, on the front of your menu, you need to have an offer on the front of the menu, because before they put it in the garbage or they put it in the drawer or they put it on their counter, whatever they're going to do with it.
That's a great tip. Yeah.
There should be something.
Don't make me open it up.
Yeah. Right. Don't make you do an extra step.
Because here, people open this stuff over the garbage can. Like you get you get stuff in the mail. People are going through their mail over the garbage can.
That's
So they
50%
don't see it,
released.
boom, it goes right in the garbage.
Boom. And if that pictures don't look crisp or amazing, like you want them to salivate, like immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. Another tip, find out what your most profitable. You would be surprised at how many businesses do not know their margins on product. Okay. They think they're making a certain percentage. They're not. If you don't actually spend the 4 or 5 hours it takes, you do this like once every, you do it once and then you maintain it. The first time is the hardest. But anyways, we're not talking about that. But what I was going to say is once you know your profitability, you can really emphasize the most profitable items. You want to find an item that people love, but also is very profitable.
Yeah.
So you can have something very profitable people don't really care about too much. That doesn't really help you. You want to find that middle ground. Super profitable, super delicious. Cheesy garlic bread, calzones, basically anything bread based. Okay. Yeah. And then you want to put that as the most highlighted item on your menu. You want to point all the directions of the eyes to that, because people, when they go to a pizza menu or they go to a restaurant menu, they already know what they kind of want. I'm going to get a salad. Okay. Or, I'm going to get a sandwich. Let's just see what kind of sandwich we get. But not everybody says, I'm going to get, garlic knots or garlic breadsticks. These look amazing. You know what? It's only $4.99. Let's just throw it on there. That's where you make all your money, because that $4.99 costs you 27 cents to make it. Yeah. And you're selling it for $5. So the cost of the menus that you had to mail out just got paid for through the analysis of your menu engineering, being very thoughtful and conscious of where everything is on your menu and why.
Yeah. So, John, I was thinking about you the other day. I got a mailer, and I was like, John is going to be really upset by whoever sent this to me, because they had a bunch of meat products as their coupon. I'm like, wrong. John would not approve of this. It needs to be some kind of bread product. You're just giving me away your most expensive items. So anyways, I thought of you for that. And to piggyback on what you said.
They'll give you a lot of volume, though. It'll definitely get people in the door, but at what cost?
Yeah.
At what cost? I mean, if you're not making money, then what's the point?
Yeah.
You're just being busy.
I mean, for me, it wasn't even enticing. I like the free pizza, the pizza anyways, besides. So I think in addition to being more favorable, I'm more likely to take action on those products. And it's also, those other products are less profitable anyways. So,
after the show's over, you got to tell me what the name of that business was.
I'll have to go and look, actually. We'll have to send them one of your direct mail pieces.
Listen, I can save you money. Let's do this.
Exactly. The other thing I wanted to piggyback on is, which you said was really valuable, was condensing the offers, whatever, if they have 10 of them, condensing them to 4 most powerful ones. I talked to Joe Sugarman, started Blue Blocker sunglasses, and they were selling, I think, 300,000 pairs per month or something like that at the height. And he recommended the exact same thing. They had this was for some of the product. They had 10 options of people, like different colors. And he's like, when they condense it to 2 or 3, it also makes it easier for them to make a decision. They don't have to look through everything. So it totally increased. He said, whenever they condensed 10 to 2 or 3, it spiked their offer, the response rate. So just saying what you said, exactly. And it goes across any industry, right?
It does.
So what was the outcome on the other side? To talk about Rosabeas. They're sending it out. What's or in general, any outcome that we could talk about. So now they actually start doing it. What can people expect, and what have you seen people experience?
Well, all of our customers, I would say, there's one key. All right, in any marketing strategy, consistency always wins. That is number one. So we have a 52-week annual contract. Actually, there's no contract. It's just an annual commitment that we really encourage. It gives you the best price, but also if it kind of forces you to do a weekly mailing program, okay, and a banner ad program. You do those two together, 52 weeks, I guarantee you that you'll be up double digits from the percentage-wise from last year, and it won't stop. It's not like it goes away. You need to think of your marketing, whether you're going with Always Direct or not, as a part of your rental space. You know how you think, oh, I got to pay ComEd, I got to pay the landlord, I got to pay the marketing. Just don't. It's not like, oh, let's cut it out of the budget this week. We've been busy. Like, no, you don't stop ever. This is something you do forever. I mean, would you agree with that, Jeremy? I mean,
100%.
That's how I believe.
Well, 100%. And here's the way I think about it is like, I think about it in terms of, again, it goes across multiple different industries and categories. I think about it in terms of health. Like, hey, I worked out, I ate good today. I'm feeling good today. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop working out and I'm going to eat like crap. And do you think your health is going to continue? That's the way I think about it. No, of course not. You need to continue to do the things that get you where you're at, right? And the same thing goes with marketing, I feel. I don't wake up today, okay, cool, like I feel great. Like I can go back to eating junk and not exercising. Well, you need to continue to do those things to get the continued results.
If you ask any, to go along exactly with what you just said, if you were to ask any doctor on whether it's better, or anybody, any common sense a weight trainer or a physical therapist, if I worked out once a week for 3 hours or 5 days a week for 20 minutes, everybody would say 20 minutes, 5 days a week. Smaller increments, more consistency. It does not the same. And that goes with intermittent fasting too. If you eat all day long, or if you do it every day, you can't just skip a day and feel like you're going to lose weight. All right, you got to eat consistently smaller meals in a smaller time window every day, and it's not going to happen overnight. But as soon as you go back to stopping it, all the weight that you lost is going to come back. Consistency wins. Always will. Always has been, and it's better. So Rosabeas used to do. I don't know. Are we running out of time here?
No, we're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rosabeas used to do, I believe it was 5,000 or 7,000 every month, one time. Okay, I got him off of that. I said, listen, let's do 2,000 a week consistently for every week.
2,000 menus.
2,000 menus, and then we swap it. We go 2,000 menus plus 2,000 postcards, 2,000 menus, and then every 10 weeks we switch it up.
Yeah.
And with that, he's on a banner ad program where it's an additional $99 a week, but you have, I think, 75,000 impressions. I'm not sure what program it is. 75,000 impressions per month. Okay, so let's just say 20,000 per week. So imagine that 2,000 menus getting dispersed every week, plus 20,000 impressions per week consistently. I mean, he's exploded. Honestly, he can't believe why he didn't start it earlier. And honestly, he's not the only one. It's a pretty consistent response. The thing is, people get discouraged by the amount of money you spend on marketing. I say, think about what happens when you become much more busier. Okay, customers don't like to walk into a place that's not busy. When they see an empty business, they get a vibe. It's not a good vibe.
Yeah.
Your drivers, they're not making as much money, so they're not as happy. The time gets wasted because people, when they're not as busy as they should be, they start to do silly things and eat more and waste time and dilly-dally. So they're not in the zone. Your food and your product does not get turned, which means that you're not as fresh as you could be. Your cash flow is not consistent because you don't have enough money coming in. Your vendors, you can't really negotiate with your vendors because you're not as busy as you should be, so you don't have enough volume for them to even care if you're busy or not. Like, they don't want to talk to you if you're only buying 1 gallon of milk per month. They want to talk to you if you're buying 2 cases a week or 50 cases of chicken wings a week. They really don't care about you if you're doing 2 cases of chicken wings a month and you're asking for 30-day terms. It just doesn't work that way. So the more volume you have, everything in the restaurant business goes, or any business, volume cures all problems. And that goes for whether you have a gym, a grooming service, a salon, a pizzeria, a restaurant, a cafe, a coffee shop. It doesn't matter. Volume cures almost all problems.
There's a trickle-down effect. John, always a pleasure. Thank you. Everyone check out other episodes. You have amazing guests on. Check them out. You can also check out AlwaysDirectMail.com. And I totally appreciate you having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for listening to the Always Direct podcast. We'll see you again next time, and be sure to click subscribe to get future episodes.